I feel like we should have an arm wrestle the way we're situated, but we're going to talk football instead. Maybe the arm wrestle another time. Herm Edwards and Lomas Brown. Let's take a look at all the division leaders in the AFC. So Texans are 11-1, Broncos are 10-3, the Ravens are 9-3, and the Patriots are 9-3. As we look at them, Herm, which AFC leader do you see going all the way to the Super Bowl?
Only producers ask these questions. You know, ask us now, 4 games left. I'm going to say right now, the best team right now in the National Football League and the AFC side of it during the regular season is Houston. So I'm going to hang with Houston, even though I think Monday night they lose to New England. They're making this game a little bit too big right now, and I think that'll prove them well as they enter the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm going.
Learn how to handle that.
I'm going to go with New England, Coach. I think Tom Brady, guy plays at an excellent level, especially in the playoffs, 26-3 in November and December. The guy's a winner. I'm going to stick with New England.
All right, let's go to the NFC division leaders. Falcons 11-1, Packers are 8-4, the Niners 8-3-1, and the Giants 7-5. Herm, which NFC division leader do you see going all the way?
Well, I'm going to go with that team that's sitting there, not the best record. I like Atlanta, but I'm going to go with the 49ers and that new quarterback they have. There's a reason that Kaepernick is playing right now. They're getting him ready for playoff competition, and I like the way the San Francisco 49ers are built. They travel well.
Yes.
They travel well. Defense travels well. When you don't allow a lot of points, they play good special teams. They have 2 good kickers. By the way, have a nice running attack, and now they've added a different dimension in the quarterback because he can make some plays with his legs.
Coach, I'm going to go with Green Bay.
Okay.
And I'm doing that because of, one, Aaron Rodgers, but the way they've been doing it all season long. This guy hadn't had a run game behind him all year long. He's still been playing at a high level. He's meaning everybody else to play at a high level. And once Charles Woodson and Clay Matthews, those guys get healthy and hopefully get back on defense, I think they're going to be a team that people are going to have to contend with later on in the year.
Oh, 2 very strong teams, no question. Now, since 2005, 3 wildcard teams have reached and won the Super Bowl. Currently, the Steelers, Colts, Bears, and Seahawks sit as the wildcard teams. Any chance one of these teams could make a similar run to what these 3 did? Herm?
Nope.
But come on.
Cut the shit. Nope.
What about the Bears?
No. And I think what concerns you about the Bears, and I love Lovie Smith, worked with him. I think they're a good football team. I'm nervous about the offensive line, especially when they hit the playoffs. That becomes the problem, guys. When you hit the playoffs, you're playing the best teams anymore. You don't beat up on anybody in the playoffs. I mean, your weaknesses have been exposed when you get in the playoffs. These weaknesses come out, and that's what concerns me a little bit about the Bears.
See, now, Coach, what I'm going to do is I'm expecting Big Ben. I'm expecting James Harrison, Palomalo, Woodley. I'm expecting all those guys to be healthy towards the playoff. If they're healthy, Coach, I'm telling you, the #1 defense, you just said defense travel well. I just think Ben will be enough to keep that offense going. That defense is what they're going to rely on. And I think if they could get healthy, I think they can be there in the mix.
That's the key to health.
And we get to the segment where you get fired up.
Oh, I'm always fired up. Yeah.
Recent interview with Time Magazine, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell and the head of the NFL's competition committee, Rich McCoy, discussed a proposal to eliminate kickoffs. Now, here's the proposal. This was originally brought up by Buccaneers coach Greg Schiano. So after a touchdown or field goal, a team would get the ball in its own 30 where it's 4th and 15. Options, either you go for it or you try to retain possession or punt. Herm, what do you think?
Well, I think it's a rule that you're talking about safety again, and Coach Schiano's a young football coach. I think he's going to have a fabulous career in this league. Obviously, do you want to change the name of the Super Bowl trophy while we're changing names and things? I don't think you do that. I think we talk about safety. Greg Schiano mentioned it, maybe move it back and do this. So that's a good idea. There's another good idea, too. When you're losing the game and they're taking a knee, have some sportsmanship. Don't go after the opponent. Let's use that rule, too. But by the way, here's what I feel. Instead of trying to change these rules, and I get it, we're trying to protect the player, let's give him a better helmet. Let's make it mandatory they put mouthpieces in their mouths. Okay, let's do those things before we start changing these rules. Just say, well, let's just do this. But this is football. What people don't realize is this. I'm going to tell all you fans this. This is a chosen profession.
That's right.
You choose this profession. This is not a job that you can go on for 50 years and play. You have a little bit of window. Players choose this profession. Are injuries involved in it? Yes. Is safety necessary? Yes. No different when you decide to become a police officer. There's some injury involved in this. A fireman, injury involved in this. I get it. Football, there's injuries. It's going to happen. I don't care if it happens in pro football, high school football, college football. Injuries happen. This is not a career job, by the way. You chose this profession. This is part of the deal. The players know it. I got beat up as a player. I get it. If you ask me to go back today, I'll go back today and play. But I understand it. That's my choice. That's what's great about America.
Yep.
We are a collection of our choices. You get to choose your occupation.
Love that.
Lomas, tell me you love the proposal, just to counterpoint.
Man,
Stop it.
I hate that.
He's a football player.
And you know what? I'm going to throw two names at you. Just two. It's many more.
Yes,
Ray
sir.
Lewis and Terrell Davis. Guess where they got their start at? On special teams. On special teams. And, Coach, tell me, is there anything more exciting when the kicker got his hand up, getting ready to approach that ball, the game starting, you fired up, the fans are all up into it. Man, that's how you start a game off. You don't start it off by marking it on the 30 and say, you guys get started. Get some excitement into it, man.
Football has always started with a kick.
That's right.
For the history of football, it's been started. Well, let's change it, though. Let's just go ahead and change
A
it.
couple of traditionalists here. Lomas Brown and remembrance. Thank you, Jess.